to look at schedules today. They're incredibly helpful, certainly on the 3D modeling side. Also for scheduling equipment on the mechanical engineering side and plumbing engineering side, it does take quite a bit more setup because you have to build all your mechanical and plumbing families to be able to accept all that information. So that takes a little bit more setup. Today we're just going to look at basic setup of schedules and how they help me and hopefully would help you as well. What I did was I opened up a project that I recently completed up in Greeley, Colorado. It was a addition for a school, and here is what I provide for my clients. Right here is a sheet. This is on the plumbing side, and as you can see, there are quite a few. We've got one, two, three, four, five different sections of waste fitting. So there's quite a few in this job, and this is actually a pretty small job for BIM modeling. This is about a 50,000, 60,000 square foot school addition. So those are all my fittings, and then we've also got our just straight up waste piping schedule, which also gives us our lengths, and it's going to tally up, based on system type, pipe type, or whatever. And you can name your pipe type whatever you want to show up here. But now you've got your size and your length, and I'll show you some other stuff. But you can, add these things up, and that way the client knows how much they can order. You can see right here we've got varies. I backed up a little bit so I could show you guys a few things. You can see over here we got things kind of out of sorts, and we've got, this is random to me. Those should be on a different system type. So I'll show you just kind of the advantages of these schedules. So I'm going to show you how to start it from scratch. I'm just going to show you real quick the benefits once you get it set up, some of the nice things that you can do in here. But so what we can do right here, we've got varies under vent. The biggest thing we want to do is come in here and our fields. And like I said, we can add all of these up based on size or however we want to do it. We're actually going to come in here. We're going to sort by size, and we're going to do grand totals. We're not going to itemize every instance, and we can do a header, a footer if you want, and that's going to give you your totals under. So watch this. Once I click on those, now you can see it breaks it down. You got an 1.5 inch pipe. These are all your 1.5 inch pipes throughout there. It shows you what the system type is and adds that up for you. You've got 89 pieces at however many feet that is. Something's off on that because something's wrong with that there. And usually what I'm going to do is you want to make sure you sort it. So sorting and grouping, I'm going to do actually by size is good, and then system type. I'm going to do system type first, and then I'm going to do size after that. That way now you can see that all my different systems are grouped together. Now all my domestic water is all right here together, and you've got 821 feet of domestic cold water. And again, another nice thing, again, I backed up, but you can see right here I've got something assigned to domestic cold water that is PVC DWV solvent. This could be, I might know what this is, but you can easily select on that and just change it, or you can highlight it in model and it'll take you, okay. All that said was there's not any views open. We have to go find one to get it open. So here we go. You can keep going through and show multiple different versions until you get to the one that you see. I can see that should be a CU NIBCO. So you can see that if you have any flaws throughout your model, you can very easily identify them and make sure you get the correct pipe type in there. I don't know what we've got going on here that says varies, but we can come in here because there's going to be multiple. So let's just say close on this time, and now we've got some random pipe right here that I have no idea where it even is. So let's do that. Go to 3D view. And I've got just some random pipe that somehow ended up in our model. And we can just come in here and delete that. So that is, just a real quick, that is a really nice thing about having these schedules, even if you're not presenting them to your client. It really, really helps with making sure that everything is organized within your model and making sure you have everything the way you want it on the correct, under gas, make sure that you have, black steel if that's what you want, or, so on and so forth. So those are the advantages to the schedules. And I showed you how to sort. I showed you how to sort. We didn't have any filters on this one, but I'll show you how to do filters here in just a second. So that is how we do, or those are the advantages of having the schedule. So now let's look at how we set one up from scratch. Let's just go to, I don't know, mechanical duct here, and let's get rid of everything else. By the way, if you don't know, that little button right there, I had multiple tabs open. All I did was clicked on this close inactive views, and now I've only got one view open. Sometimes I've got too many open, and I got two screen. I got all kind of crap going on. So I use that button quite often. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to come up here to schedules, and we'll do schedule quantities for what we're working on, and I can get into some of these other ones later, but for what we're doing, I'm just going to do schedule quantities. And I'm going to do duct fittings. I'm just going to pick something random here. Duct fittings, there should be a few. Got phase here. I've got future because this job had some future work in it, existing new construction. I'm just going to click on new construction, duct fittings, and OK. And now it's going to pop up this schedule properties. And you've got fields, filter, sorting and grouping, formatting, and appearance. Right here you can see that we did duct fittings, and over here we've got our available fields to work with, so what we want to add to it. So what we're going to be adding to it are going to be the fittings. So we want to go first with family, and then we can do family type, we can do size, and we could do you can add whatever you want. If you're getting into, which I'll do another video on this, but if you're getting into prefabrication, you'll have other things that are added into this for your schedules shown on your prefabrication sheet, but I will show a different video on that. So anyway, come through here, add whatever you want to. If you want to add angles, or if you've got something in your comments maybe, or if you want to add a connector, fields in there, again, that's going to come into play a little bit more when you start doing prefabrication, but you can add in here whatever you want. Maybe you want duct material, I don't know. Family type, size, I think is what I use. We can open up mine here in a second, but anyway, add whatever field you want to, and you can come over, or let's go ahead and say okay. Now you can see you got a long list of fittings here. Now what we got to do is get that to look right. We can't put that on a sheet as is. So, oops, my mouse gets a little carried away sometimes. Now what we got to do is we got to organize this thing. So let's go to our properties, and we're going to go to fields, filter. For some reason, I always just click on the top one and then go from there. But anyway, you can click on filter, sorting, grouping, formatting, and everything else over here if you want. But so when I filter, we're not going to do anything with filter, but you can come in here, and if you want to show only round duct elbows, if you want to show only conical taps or whatever, you can do it like that. I'm just going to leave this alone for now, but you come in here and, or here, let's just real quick, I'll show you. You can select this to say, if you want, just say you have a schedule list that you want only round duct elbows on, which I think I have, you can do that. And now you've only got your round duct elbow. It's going to show up. I'm going to Control Z to undo. And let's go back to filter, and let's go to sorting and grouping. Now, this is where we're going to kind of start organizing things. So let's organize everything by the family. And then next, we're going to organize everything by the size. And we are going to do grand totals. And the reason it's so long right now is because it's itemizing every single instance, and we do not want that. It automatically defaults to itemize every instance for whatever reason. But so if you check on that, we're going to go by family, and let's do a header and a footer, and then we'll do by size. And you can do another one. You can sort and group it however you would like. And let's go, okay. Now you can see it's got everything broken down. If we look at our radius bins right here, let's zoom in here. Look at our radius bins right here, which shows us our different sizes, but it's also going to show us how many different radius bins we have. Now they're different sizes, but that's the total number we have. Rectangular bins. Rectangular bin standard. Again, when you get into doing the prefab, these things might be labeled a little bit different, but it's pretty cool. It shows you your size here, 22 by 58 and 22 by 58 are the two different throat sizes, or the sizes on each side of the elbow there. So you can really get all your information here. Rectangular bin 77, but I mean, this allows the shop to be able to fabricate this, or if it's in the case of radius bins, they're able to order this from the shop, local factory, whoever sells them. Anyway, you got end caps. So anyway, that's how you set up a schedule from scratch. You're just going to kind of go in there and add whatever information you want in there. Sometimes you add too much information. You go, okay, I don't need duct material. Let's select that, and let's just get rid of that column. Do not want to save. All right, boom. Now let's show you how to fix how it looks. See how this is a little bit too big and everything look kind of, oh, you can also change these if you want. Let's just say that this is the fitting name. And let's just say that this is the fitting type. And then here, I like to have everything capitalized, pretty standard in our field. So everything is now capitalized. Now if I come in here to appearance, I can start manipulating how I want everything to look. You can also set up right here, view template. You can set up a view template for how you want your schedules to look, which I have, but I want to show you how to do it from scratch. So here we've got a 1/2 inch for our text title. That is entirely too large. We're going to go down the row here. We're going to go 1/4 inch there. We're going to go 1/8 inch for our header text, and we're going to go with 3/32 of an inch on our body text. And now we've got everything updated here to look how we want it to. And if we want to bring this onto a sheet, all we got to do is go to our sheets, mechanical duct cover sheet. I'll just select something random here, and let's just say, none of those are there. And we've got a schedule we want to add to it, and we want to add our duct fitting schedule. All we've got to do is drag that on there. And you can see how big it is. So what I always do is I've got different sheets set up where I do my schedules. So anyway, this is how you keep kind of breaking them apart until you get there. And you can break those apart as much as you want to. You can keep going. And if you decide, you can watch this. If you just pull those up, it automatically kind of adjusts everything on its own. All you got to do is select it, pull it up. If you want everything to kind of be even, you can kind of play with it until it gets even. I'm not going to bore you with that, but you can kind of see, you can just sit here and play with it until you get it how you want it to look. And then all we got to do is just to say we're putting it on this sheet, select everything, place it on our sheet, and now we've got all of our duct fittings on a schedule for our contractor to make their life a whole lot easier. It makes your life easier and everybody else's job easier, which is the whole point of 3D modeling, is to make it as easy as possible for the field guys and take a lot of the brain work out of it so they can get out there, do their job, get the jobs done like these developers and contractors are pushing for these days. Maximize scheduling. That's the whole point of this channel, is to maximize efficiency and speed you up with your workflow, and Schedules is one of those ways. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.